So we're on to chapter 4 of Hero's Guide to Deadly Dragons. Bog burglars do not always tell the truth. The hooligans worship this stupid book, Hiccup moaned, picking up one of the torn bits and trying to fit it to another. They think it is the answer to everything. My father thinks it's going to win him his bet against Big Booby Bertha. And now look at it. It's ruined. What were you thinking, Toothless? Well, it was on the chair, sniffed Toothless. The paper is kind of woody. Eat the book first, then the chair. Oh, what are we going to do? Hiccup wailed, throwing down the bits of book in despair. We can't mend this, and Toothless will be banished. Toothless doesn't want to be banished. Well, Toothless. Kamikaze was doing a handstand against the wall, but she came down to say, I'm sure there's other copies of that book in the Meathead Public Library. All we have to do is nip over there and steal one. There is a stunned silence. Typical Kamikaze. Practical solutions. That's a great idea, that is, said Fishlake sarcastically. What about the hairy, scary librarian and his heart slicers? Oh, come on. It's just one teeny little mad librarian guarding that whopping great library. We could be in and out before he even knew we were there, said Kamikaze breezily. How about it, Hiccup? Are you on for proving the hooligans are just as good at burglary as the bog burglars? Now, Kamikaze wasn't strictly telling the truth, was she, when she said that the hairy, scary librarian was the only person guarding the Meathead Public Library? As we saw in chapter 1, there was also the small matter of the 400 Meathead warrior guards, not to mention their driller dragons. Unfortunately, Hiccup didn't know anything about the Meathead Public Library, apart from the fact that he had met the hairy, scary librarian once or twice, and he didn't like the look of him. And he thought, if the library was as big as Kamikaze said it was, perhaps they could just sneak in very quietly and whip one of the books without anyone being any of the wiser. And then Toothless wouldn't be banished, and Stoic would be pleased, and they would win his bet for him. So that's a great plan. So he said slowly, OK then, let's do that. And from that moment on, they were doomed. Yippee! Sang Kamikaze, punching the air. It's burglary time! Oh, this is great. I've been looking for an excuse to steal my mother's stealth dragon for ages. And she hurried out of the house and towards the dragon stables, followed closely by a worried Hiccup, a worried Toothless, and an even more worried Fishlake. Hang on a second, puffed Hiccup, feeling that the situation was spiralling out of control. What's all this about stealing other people's stealth dragons? What is a stealth dragon? And where did your mother get it from in the first place? She nicked it from Mad Guts the murderess 2 days ago, explained Kamikaze. It's one of their secret weapons. I expect that's why she accepted your father's burglary bet. She knew he would never come up with anything more impressive than burglaring a secret weapon from his murderous tribe. Or nothing crazier, Hiccup pointed out. Nobody steals things from Mad Guts the murderess. And what are we going to send what are we going to need this stealth dragon thing for? Anyway, if this library is only guarded by one person. Good question, Kamikaze. Oh, well, replied Kamikaze, thinking on her feet. You never know. The hairy, scary librarian could be looking out the window when we turn up. He won't see us coming, will he? If we're sitting on the back of a stealth dragon. Here we are, she said happily. That naughty Kamikaze. She knew they'd never agree if they knew how well guarded it was. Kamikaze had now reached the dragon stables, and she flung open a particularly enormous stable door and gestured in triumph to the inside. Feast your eyes on that, whooped Kamikaze. That is a stealth dragon. And look, that's her saying that is a stealth dragon. And then there's an author's note. Unfortunately, we cannot show you a picture of a stealth dragon due to the fact that they are invisible. Okay, and chapter 5 is called The Stealth Dragon. Have that tomorrow.